My film deals with the fight in Arkansas in 1957 that led the president, at the time President Eisenhower, to send in over 10,000 troops so that the Little Rock Nine can get into school, into an all-white school of like 2,000 kids. That story is timeless because unfortunately, a lot of the issues that I deal with in the film are still prevalent today. We still don't have equal education. It's still not balanced. And if you went back to where I grew up in Brooklyn, in Bushwick, you will find those schools as segregated as they were in the 50s.
In 1957, Little Rock, Arkansas became the battleground for one of the most notorious school desegregation fights in America. At its center stood one woman, Daisy Bates.
When the Little Rock Nine, led by Daisy Bates, decided to integrate that high school, sent shockwaves throughout the nation and the world.
If you're fighting for the rights of man, you never free from fear. I never know when they're going to pass here and blow this house to bits. We still get threatening telephone calls, the hate mail. But nevertheless, I feel if I'm going to live in this town and live with myself, I must oppose hatred and prejudice in any way that I can.
She's so complicated in a time when women weren't really allowed to be complicated, and that's part of why she was forgotten, I started learning. She didn't fit the way women are supposed to be in the 50s. It's not an easy field. The only way to describe it is only the strong survive. I mean, you do the best you can in the research, and you hope that it stays on track. But you have to be flexible as well. You can't force the story to be this thing that you originally thought it was, because that's your dream. And that happens to filmmakers as well, where they're stuck like, no, that's the story I want to tell, but they can't tell that story. So then they're stuck and they can't finish that film. So you need to find people to help you. It is a community. You need to find an editor that has the experience you don't. You need to find an executive producer who can help you fundraise and can introduce you to all the right people to find money. You need to find advisors and people who can look at your cut and give you notes and tell you what's working and what's not working. So you can be a first timer, but you need to find a community of people who have more experience than you. And that's by going to events, and that's by joining organizations. And it's a very collaborative. It's competitive, but it's not cutthroat. It's very collaborative, the industry. So there's tons of people out there, they love films.